Nigeria's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reported tonight, Amarachi Ubani.
Good evening and welcome tonight. Who rules the world between Argentina and Germany as both teams battle for the World Cup trophy? Boko Haram posts a video online claiming responsibility for Lagos explosion. Pakistani child rights activist Malala Yousafzai meets families of abducted Chibok girls, says Boko Haram is not Islamic. And Israel threatens more airstrikes on Gaza Strip as residents flee neighboring states. Well, that match between Argentina and Germany for the first place in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil is still on. We'll give you details as the match progresses. But tonight, we begin with the worrisome reports purportedly posted by Abubakar Shekau, the leader of the Islamist insurgents group Boko Haram, online, claiming that they've made incursion into Lagos, southwest Nigeria. The video AFP claimed made available to them shows Chakarao claiming responsibility for the explosion, which he said police and the Lagos state government say resulted from a gas cylinder. But Chakarao says, and I'm quoting here, "I ordered the bomber to detonate the explosive." However, you will recall that the Lagos Commissioner of Police, Umar Mango, dispelled the claims as mere industrial accident and that the accident had nothing to do with Boko Haram's activities. Mr. Mango asked Lagosians to carry on with their daily activities, and as far as Lagos State is concerned, there is nothing to fear as regards Boko Haram's attacks.
Lagosians should go about their businesses without any fear of being attacked by any Boko Haram or anything. There is no threat to any peace in Lagos. We'll continue to do the best we can to ensure that Lagosians have peace.
The Pakistani teenager who was shot at close range by the Taliban while on a school bus in October 2012, Malala Yousafzai, is in Nigeria on a short visit, focused mainly on her campaign for girl-child education. Arriving yesterday, her birthday, accompanied by her father, the activist and girl-child campaigner said her wishes for the abducted teenage girls to be brought back home alive. Speaking of the Chibok girls who were abducted more than 90 days ago. Earlier, she met with families of the abducted girls, some of whom were visibly upset. She reiterated a promise that she and others around the world will continue to stand with them and continue campaigning for the girls' release.
Boko Haram, and I can feel the situation and the circumstances. When I heard about the Nigerian girls that they are being abducted, I felt that my sisters were in prison, and I think that we should not remain silent. And this is my feeling, that if we remain silent, then this will spread. This will happen more and more and more. So if you want to stop it, then we have to speak. And I'm already very sad when I think that so many days has passed and these girls are still in such hard situation. So I think that we should take a step and we should think how to solve this issue. Boko Haram is they are extremists, and they don't really understand Islam, because Islam says that it is your duty to get education. So they cannot deny this fact.
Girl-child campaigner Malala Yousafzai. In the meantime, her fund in Abuja today donated $250,000 to support girl-child education in Nigeria. In an interview with Channels Television at the Bring Back Our Girls sit-out in Abuja, The Director of Operations and Communications of the fund, Mr. Eason Jordan, says the Malala Fund is partnering with Nigerian non-governmental organizations to help more girls go to school. Our correspondent, Linda Akigbe, reports.
Today, it's 90 days. 90 days that parents have been asking for their daughters to be brought back to them.
It's been 90 long days since more than 200 girls were abducted by Boko Haram from the secondary school in Chibok, Borno State. 90 days of anguish and pain for the parents and relatives of the girls. For these campaigners who assemble here daily to demand for the release of the girls, their slogan has not changed.
What are we demanding?
Some of the parents of the abducted girls came all the way from Chibok to take part in the sit-out. For them, it's been 90 days of unanswered questions. Where are the girls? What condition are they in? And more important, will they ever return?
His daughter's name who has been abducted is Margaret Shetima. He said it's in the rural area from which he's coming. There is no information whatsoever about any activity relating to the rescue of the girls, but that the only information that is coming up, that the information being passed to Nigerians is through this group.
Midway into the sit-out, 4 of the Chibok schoolgirls who escaped from the sect made their way into the gathering. This is the first time they are taking part in the sit-out. But the girls were too overcome with emotion to speak of their ordeal. Pakistani teenager Malala Yousafzai, who has become a rallying champion for girl-child education, is in Nigeria to lend her voice to the call for the release of the 219 girls. Malala is a survivor of an attack by the Taliban. Rotimi Olawole, who is a member of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group, says Malala has met with the group as well as the parents of the abducted girls.
She also met with some of the girls who escaped. She had a private meeting with them where she had more like a girl-to-girl bonding with them. I mean, she has also been through this kind of situation before.
The Director of Operations of the Malala Fund says Malala is expected to meet with President Goodluck Jonathan on Monday over the abducted schoolgirls.
Well, I think she has 3 purposes in meeting the president. Number one, to encourage him to do everything possible to bring back our girls. Obviously, Boko Haram kidnapped the girls, but it's important that the president, as the leader of the country, do everything he can to get them back home with their families. So that's number one.
Malala's visit to Nigeria seems to have renewed the spirit of these Bring Back Our Girls campaigners, as they say her presence in Nigeria would strengthen the national and international campaign for the release of the over 200 schoolgirls abducted by Boko Haram. From the Unity Fountain, Abuja, Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
To some politics now. The re-election of President Goodluck Jonathan, if and when he declares to run again, will strengthen democracy and preserve the unity and stability of Nigeria. That's the view of the former national chairman of the PDP, Alhaji Bamanga Tukur. Alhaji Tukur, who hosted members of the strategic team in Abuja, said Nigerians should support President Jonathan for a second term so that democracy can thrive in the country.
Has been approaching this.
Although President Goodluck Jonathan is yet to declare whether he will run or not in the coming general elections in 2015, several social-political groups have emerged in recent times urging him to contest in the elections. The most recent is the strategic team TST, a national political think tank group who met with the former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Bamanga Tukur, to pledge their support for the president. He told the group to continue their grassroots mobilization and sensitization on the matter.
He's shown us that he can steer the ship of democracy. And he has the right to continue to finish his term, his second term, but to give him this opportunity because he's doing good. And when you are doing a good thing, what we say, continue doing that good thing. As a team, continue thinking and planning and strategizing to ensure we will not meander, we will not default in our objective of making sure Jonathan in 2015 again will bound that chair of leading that nation and continue doing the good thing he's doing.
Earlier, the group told the gathering their reasons for identifying with the current administration.
We have sponsored rallies in support of the gains of this administration, and we are willing to do more. All this we have done without any external financial support or sponsorship. But our great ambassador has given a lot by way of guidance and moral support. We will greatly appreciate any support to help us increase and sustain our firepower towards 2015 electoral engagement.
But I believe that if we had many more men like you supporting this administration the way you are doing, giving the president the kind of advice you are giving, I think our policies will be different and policies of governance will also be the best. So today we have come to tell you that, sir, you have your men and women here. We are your footmen. If you have something you want done and done visibly and done such that you can be able to turn your chest and say these things were done by my people, send us.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has scheduled the 2015 general elections to hold in February. At the moment, no political party, including the ruling People's Democratic Party, has come up with their presidential candidate for the elections.
In part two, after the break, Lagos State Governor returns to Apapa. Tank owners evacuate the boats, but the governor insists